Hello, hi everyone. So today again, three things which you should be careful if you are thinking of making good corpus in your life. So all set? Ready? Okay. So I want to give one example first. Say for example, this is the jar, and we have to fill it. We have to fill it with a lot of money, and that is our aim. We have to make good corpus in our lifetime. Do you think is it possible to fill this jar when there is leakage in the bottom? When there is a leakage at the bottom? No, right? In the same way, we have vision of making good corpus. At the same time, we have lot of leakages in our expense list, and that I categorize as bad expenses. So now we have to make the list of all the expenses what we do and underline that and identify which can be stopped. Once we do that particular exercise, we will identify that there can be a possibility we have lot of unnecessary debts on our head. If you have that, give a target to yourself and try to close that loan as soon as possible, because the EMI which you are paying to clear that particular loan is actually taking the opportunity out from your life. That same amount could have been invested in those instruments which is actually giving you the return at the compounding rate. And which instrument that can be, I have said that in the previous video. Try to invest that particular amount in those instruments, and if we do this particular thing, our journey will become more fast, and it will bring lot of ease and satisfaction and lot of accomplishment. We will feel accomplished when we do this particular thing. It will actually put the entire process on the fast track. So the exercise, listing down your all expenses, is the primary thing, and try to seal that particular leakage which is there in the jar. That's point number one. Point number two, never get in trap of lifestyle inflation. What is that? Everyone is having phone, everyone is having Google. Go and Google it. Lifestyle inflation is something which is created by us, which is created by the nearby environment, the society where we live in. If you are badly affected with the gadgets or the car or the dresses what other people are having in their life, and you are getting affected because of that, then trust me guys, your hard earned money will be taken out of your pocket for those things which is actually, you are which is actually not is your requirement. Actually you are influenced by that, isn't it? So that's point number two. Lifestyle inflation is totally in our control. The moment our income increases, our first inclination and first need will be just to have this big house, just to have this bigger car, just to have this that big brand phone in our pocket. So these all things, our own wants, is actually killing us and retarding our speed in terms of having this big corpus vision which is there in our mind. That's point number two. Point number three, safety net. When I say safety net, it covers everything: your emergency fund, your term insurance, your health insurance, everything. So there can be some situations that layoff is happening in the market and your job is at risk. So in that case, you should always have 6 months or 1 year fund easily available. On one click it should come to your hand. If it is something like lot of formalities are involved in the process of getting that fund back, that is not an emergency fund. That you please consider it as a long-term investment or a short-term investment probably. But its emergency should be the moment. It's totally on your discretion that how quickly you can get it and at that particular fund, don't think too much that how much return you are getting, because normally we fall in the trap of that particular thing. The moment that we will be having that, it should beat the inflation and all those things, so in that case we put in that instrument where getting that amount back becomes really very tedious. So avoid that. Emergency fund. And on that note, actually I remember a very good point. I was not having this idea of sharing here in the video, but actually what is emergency? Just out of the little topic, I was attending my mentor session, and he was saying there is nothing like emergency. Isn't that shocking? There is nothing like emergency. Emergency is all created by us. And how that is, I will just tell you now. If we have health, we will fall sick. Simple. If we are going on road, there can be a possibility that some other vehicle will come and hit, or some pothole we will fall, or somewhere some accident, some minor major accidents can happen. This is something which we are, it is not something which we are not aware of. We are well aware of, but only thing is that we don't have that ability to forecast and plan for those difficult situations. So normally what happens then, the moment those type of situation comes in someone's life, actually that entire family goes 5 to 7 years back, because their hard earned money, the actual savings, gets drained out in the hospital bills, in paying the hospital bill. So delete this particular word, emergency. There is nothing emergency in this materialistic world. It is all forecasted. If something like COVID happens, then that is a different scenario. But few things, layoff, accidents, some sad demise in the family, these all things can be predicted, and for that instruments are available in the market, like health insurance, term insurance, all those things, theft insurance even available. So these all things we need to educate ourselves and take at the right time. When your situation is good, then that is the time when you should start studying on all these things and take the right decision, so that when your situation becomes worst, at that time you will not be in a panic state of mind. That's one. Second thing. So these are the three things. First, just to quick recap. First is stop the leakages in the jar. Second, lifestyle inflation. Third, safety net. So with these three notes, I just want to wish you all a very wealthy lifestyle, and do well in your life, and quickly achieve this target of having good corpus in your life. So thank you so much for listening me. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.